AAA District Tournament. The semifinals are tonight. 4 games tonight across the UCR main page, starting here with Livingston Academy and Upperman. This one is going to be a fun game. It always is between these two sides, two rivals and two really good basketball teams. My name's Jacob Vincent, joined by Buddy Pearson as we get started here tonight, and we welcome you in to the Overton County Anti-Drug Coalition pregame show and the Crouch Team with Highlands Elite Real Estate pregame show. Empower their future. Care enough to have the hard talk about the dangers of drugs and alcohol with the teens in your life. Empower their future. Your conversation matters. Brought to you by the Overton County Anti-Drug Coalition. Buddy, basketball is here, finally. Postseason basketball is here, and these two teams normally make a pretty deep run, and they're facing off for the first time here in the semifinals.
Well, Jacob, I know you've been around here for a little while. I've been around the Upper Cumberland for 25 years, and you can't have a district or region tournament without Upperman and Livingston really squaring off against each other. Usually the road to the state tournament is going to go through either Livingston or Baxter or White County. I mean, the level of basketball is so good, and the smorgasbord of games that you have today just from the Eblen Center is incredible. I mean, the level of competition, the players that you're going to see today, and starting right here with two of the best basketball teams. Now, we know Upperman, 24-4, they've been steady. They have just – it's almost been like a flat line. I mean, they're so consistent with what they do. They play great defense. They get just enough points, and they shut their opponent down. Livingston, a little more up and down. We've seen flashes of really good Livingston play. We've seen not so good Livingston play, but, you don't want to peak in December. You want to peak in February, and I think that's what this team has been doing. Leslie Smith is a veteran coach. She knows that you have to have your team ready for postseason play, and this is going to be another incredible battle. I mean, Upperman beat L.A. in the district and region championships last year. They ended L.A.'s season in 2022 in the region, but in 2021, Livingston beat Upperman in the district semifinals. So I mean, we're used to seeing these two teams. I mean, and I love it because it's great basketball.
For Livingston, they got a big win against DeKalb County in the play-in game last night, 59-28. Ellie Butler, a huge game, 28 points. And Coach Riddle told Goose after the game that was their best game that they have played this season, saying Mally Jean Coleman finally getting into form at that point guard position. She was injured for a lot of the first couple months of the season, and then finally back in there at the start of January, now finally coming to form. The winner will move on to the championship game where they will play the winner of Sparta and Stone. That game will be coming up a little later on, closer to 7 o'clock this evening. We're about 40 seconds before the national anthem is played. Coming up after that, we'll have the starting lineups as well. You're watching the 7 AAA semifinals presented by Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network. Deal of the week. Priced well below the market at $186 per square foot with an open split bedroom plan with 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms on 1,560 square feet. This could be your new home. Boasting luxury vinyl plank flooring, central air with natural gas heat, and tankless water heater in a private backyard. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145 or 931-526-9581 today. Sonia Brown would love to make you a homeowner.
I'm looking for someone who can keep me comfortable, stay here for the long run, and definitely not high maintenance. Not right. Absolutely not. This one looks perfect.
Find your perfect match with Hiller. Get a free UV light with select new HVAC systems, 50% off a descaler with new tankless water heaters, or free surge protection with a new whole home generator.
Like that one too.
Welcome back here inside the hoop as we get ready to bring you the starting lineups here for the 7 AAA semifinals. Livingston Academy taking on Upperman, the number 3 team and the number 2 team here in the first semifinal game. Our pregame shows brought to you by the Overton County Anti-Drug Coalition and Crouch Team with Highlands Elite Real Estate. First for the Livingston Academy Lady Wildcats, who are 19-10 on the year, 5-5 in district play. Head coach is Leslie Riddle. It'll be the junior number 1, Mally Carwile. The junior number 14, Keely Mullins. Sophomore number 20 is Chloe Jenkins. A senior number 22 is Mally Jean Coleman. And a junior number 24 is Ellie Butler. For the number 2 seed, Upperman Lady Bees, 24-4 on the year, 8-2 in district play in the regular season. Head coach is Dana McWilliams. The starting lineup will look like this for Upperman. Senior number 4 is Bella Mullins. Senior number 5 is Bella Stiles. Senior number 11 is Gracie Hamilton. 12, a sophomore, is Taylor Delenti. And 22, another sophomore, is Gracie Butler. The same starting lineups for both sides for these two teams that have pretty much been the same starting lineup all season long. A lot of people tuning in. Make sure you give us a share. Keep those comments coming along. Give us a like as well. Jacob Vincent alongside Buddy Pearson. Beautiful Desiree Phipps as well on camera tonight. We'll have the broadcast of this first game. Noah McKay will come flying in here for the second game right at about tip-off, and then I will take off to Livingston, where I'll have the 7 single-A tournament action getting started at about 6:30 this evening. A lot of moving parts, but we're doing all the basketball that we can do here on a Saturday. Of course, we've got Cookeville basketball coming up a little later on at 6 o'clock on UCR 3 as well. Casey and Rusty will be out doing that one. Livingston Academy in their away blue uniforms and with white numbers, white and gold trim down the sides. Upperman in their home whites with gold numbers, black around the trim and down the sides as well. Gracie Butler, Keely Mullins to tip it away. And we are underway inside the hoop. Upperman will have the first possession of the basketball game. These two have met quite often in past years, and Buddy kind of mentioned it last year. They met in the district championship. They met in the region championship. Upperman won both of those, and we'll see what Livingston can do here in the semifinals.
Yeah, Upperman comes in with a 5-game winning streak over Livingston Academy, and that's kind of rare. Usually these two teams swap victories, but I can tell you what you're going to see tonight is you're going to see a lot of dribble drive, you're going to see a lot of three-point shots, and you're going to see some great zone defense because that's really what both these teams play. You see Livingston Academy right now in a zone, and you're just going to see a lot of zone. And the best way to beat a zone, slide somebody down in the middle or bust a three, and both those teams will be trying to do that against each other.
And Upperman can shoot the 3 ball. However, they don't score a lot. 45 points per game on offense, but they give up even less. 35 points per game they've allowed so far this season. One of the best defenses in the state. Here's Butler in the middle, takes it inside. Butler puts it up high off the glass, couldn't get it to fall. And a good first possession defensively for the Wildcats as Mally Jean Coleman will pull it out of there.
Well, I can tell you, if Upperman scores 45 tonight, they're probably going to win. I expect this game to be in the high 20s, maybe low 30s. That's just the epitome of what these two teams normally do.
Upperman beat Livingston twice this season, and to your point, it was pretty much that score right there. 47-38, 38-31 in the two matchups. Butler inside got loose and puts it up and in for her first 2 of the game.
And that was a nice move, a good cut to the basket by Ellie Butler, nice feed, and that's something that Livingston's going to have to do. They're going to have to break that zone down by doing some penetrating.
Delenti got loose on the right wing. That one a little bit short. Carwile trying to get the rebound. Stiles threw it back in, and LA has it. Here goes Coleman. Coleman in the front court, all the way to the basket. The left hand a little too strong, and Upperman's got the rebound now. Gracie Hamilton back the other way now for the Lady Bees on the left wing. She'll pull it back out, and Upperman will set up an offense. Ellie Butler gets the scoring started for LA. Had 28 points in the play-in game last night against DeKalb County. Here's Gracie Butler driving for the first time, and she couldn't get it to fall. Bounced down off the right side of the iron. Ellie Butler clears away the rebound for LA.
And that's 2 times Gracie Butler has driven to her right, driven along the baseline, and missed a short shot.
Mally Jean Coleman trying to drive it inside. Will come to a stop,
Nice
throws
pass.
it back out. Butler, she dumps it
Nice
down low to
pass.
Jenkins. Couldn't get the
wow.
finish. Out of bounds, and that'll be Upperman basketball. A couple of really good passes for LA, just couldn't get the finich.
Well, we've seen 3 shots now missed by a combination by both teams in the paint. You know, sometimes that's just nerves. That's just, really, you don't expect to have those kind of shots a lot when you're playing these two teams.
Bella Mullins jumps up and kicks out. Gracie Butler catches. Will hand it off to Hamilton. Mullins now on the right wing. She played really well against Cumberland County in their last regular season game. That was the last time this Upperman team played back on Saturday a week ago. haven't played for a week, at least game action. Of course, they've been practicing all week. They've been able to watch this Livingston team last night in the play-in game as well. There's Delente now top of the key for the Lady Bees. Delente will back it up. 5:09 to play here in the first quarter. Mullins brings it around for the Lady Bees, looking right side. Throws it in the corner to Butler. The zone defense has slowed down the Upperman offense, which is a very methodical offense already. Delente will fire on a three. That one a little bit short, and Coleman tracks down the rebound for LA.
Yeah, already 2 missed shots under the basket by Butler and 2 missed three-pointers by Delente. And this is not how I'm sure Dana McWilliams wanted her team to start the game with a goose egg already here in the first quarter.
Ellie Butler ahead of steam to the basket is fouled by Bella Stiles. Stiles will pick up her first foul, and Ellie Butler will be at the Birdies Lounge free throw line for a couple of shots. Gets the first one to fall. So a good start for LA, and like you said, conversely for Upperman, not too happy, and Coach McWilliams going to the bench. Sadie South and Ella Harrell checking in for the first time.
Well, I wondered if they were going to try and bring the post player Harrell in to kind of work some things in on the block, and really I think that's good because that's a great opportunity to maybe combat this zone defense that Livingston's put on Upperman so far.
4-0 start for the Wildcats. Into the corner, South will give it back out to Delente. South, the sharpshooter freshman for this Lady Bees team. Harrell inside has a lot of size and has really good footwork as well. Here's South top of the key. When she catches it, she is always a danger to shoot the basketball, and it's normally going in.
I like the word you used, methodical, when you were talking about Upperman's offense because they are very methodical. They don't take a lot of bad shots. They keep passing the ball. They've got really good guards that are fundamentally sound, and they'll wait and they'll get that right pick where they're either drive or they've got that open three. Nice pass. Good look by Delente.
They got squished over a little too much on this left side. Gracie Butler finds her first bucket of the game, and you can see they're talking a lot on that side, but it's getting loud in here. There's a lot of fans, as there always are for Livingston Academy and Upperman. First bucket of the game for the Bees goes to Gracie Butler. It's 4-2.
Well, it's just a great venue. I mean, to see these teams be able to come in to the Eblin Center and play, it's awesome.
Keely Mullins finds her first bucket of the game. A nice little turnaround jumper. Make it 6-2 ball game with 3:40 to play here in the first quarter. Gracie Butler at the other end, all the way to the basket, lays it up and got it to fall.
Well, for whatever reason, she saw the opening and didn't hesitate, and that's what you got to do. You can't be scared. You've got to attack the basket, and she did.
And Ellie Butler answers right back at the other end. Ellie Butler, 28 points last night, 6 points here in the first quarter, and it leads to a 30-second timeout taken by the Lady Bees because defensively, Lady Bees aren't playing like the Lady Bees.
No, they're not, and it is not good for Upperman to see Ellie Butler getting off to such a hot start. We know how dynamic she is. We've been watching her since her freshman year be able to come in and just take over a game, and right now, she's putting the Lady Wildcats on her shoulders, and she's got them up by 4 here in the first quarter.
She's got 6 points here in the first quarter, 28 last night in the win against DeKalb County in the play-in game, and it was a fairly easy victory. I guess you could say easy. They beat them 59-28, and Ellie tied DeKalb County with the 28 points. For Livingston Academy, it's an offense that scores at about 52 points per game. They only allow 46 points per game. Defensively, maybe not as strong as last year, but offensively, maybe a tick higher.
Well, I can tell you that's an impressive win over DeKalb because even though DeKalb was the number 6 seed, nobody wanted to play DeKalb in the district tournament. They did not because DeKalb has been playing some great basketball, and all their games have been extremely close. To blow out DeKalb like that by 21 points, that's 31 points. That's a huge win.
Harrell trying to catch it inside off the pass from Bass, who is newly into the game for Upperman. Lost it out of bounds. It's a turnover by Upperman. And Livingston Academy has the basketball with 3:08 to play here in the first and a 4-point advantage. Here's Carwile on the right wing. Mullins down low. Jenkins got loose for a second. Puts it up. Couldn't get the finish. Good defense by Butler underneath. Now Gracie Butler will bring it ahead for Upperman. On the right side, Butler all the way to the rack. And a foul is going to be whistled. Mallie Jean Coleman holding the basketball in both of her hands. Looks like she's going to be tagged with the foul. She is.
You know, it's a good job by Butler driving in there. There was 4 Lady Wildcats, though. At some point, you got to be aware that you probably got a teammate spotted up somewhere behind the three-point line. When it's 1-on-4, you might want to stop, turn around, and kick it out to a wide-open 3.
Cora Bass will inbound here for the Lady Bees. 2:55 remaining in the first frame. 8-4 lead for LA. 4 games. This is the first of 4 here in the hoop tonight. 5:30 game will feature Livingston and Stone Memorial on the boys' side in the semifinal, and then White County and Stone Memorial on the girls' side, and then Upperman and White County on the boys to finish out the night. 2:35. Here's Butler now driving in, spinning, right hand, finishes good.
Boy, Butler's had a couple of nice moves to the basket. She missed her first 2 shots driving on the right side baseline, but she's made up for it since then.
And she's got all 6 points for the Lady Bees. Makes it 8-6, 2:19 to play here in the first. That got a roar from the Upperman crowd as well. Mally Jean Coleman probing, hands it off to Butler on the right wing. Back out to Coleman in the corner. Around it goes. Mullins thought about a deep three. Now will drive it in, go up with the right hand, and got the floater to fall.
Nice shot. Keely Mullins.
That's her second bucket. She's got 4 points. 2 minutes to go in the first. Back to a 4-point lead for the Wildcats. Pass. Nobody picked her up. Lost it and ends up in the hands of Harrell. Harrell threw it up and missed it.
She hesitated just a little.
The defense there by Copeland. Now Butler at the other end off to Mullins. Mullins will give to Coleman. Butler on the left wing, taking the three. And Ellie Butler knocks it down. It's a Twin Lakes Tractor 3 for the junior.
You know, Ellie Butler wasn't a finalist for Miss Basketball, but I don't think that's indicative of just what a talent she is, because we've seen her do it and we've talked about it. She can take over a basketball game.
Gracie Butler inside is going to be fouled on the way to the basket. Gracie Butler will earn a trip to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. And they're going to get Cora Copeland with the foul. So Copeland will pick up her first, team second. And Gracie Butler at the line for the first time tonight. 1:24 to play here in the first. This has been a really, really good first quarter, and a quarter with some offense. Not used to seeing that with a game that Upperman's involved in.
L.A. scoring 13 in the first quarter against Upperman. That's, you figure they might have that for the half in previous games, and now that's in the first quarter. So obviously Leslie Riddle has figured out something on the offensive end to be able to create more shots than what they were doing beforehand.
Well, Gracie Butler is keeping the Lady Bees in this basketball game. She's got all 8 points for Upperman. It's 13-8, and L.A. leads it by 5. Of course, Livingston started out well in Livingston. The last time these two teams played, Upperman came roaring back and won it by 7, 38-31. Mullins on the runner again. Off the window and got it to fall. The shooting percentage right now for LA is astronomical.
It's got to be, and there's a turnover.
Mullins will keep it. Mullins pulls up again. Short that time, and the rebound underneath down to Bella Mullins for Upperman. 55 seconds to play here in the first. 7-point lead for the Wildcats. Here's Gracie Butler with the basketball. Around it goes to Bass. Inside Styles. Kick it out to Cora Bass.
Other than the 2 threes by Delente, those are the only threes that Upperman has taken in this game.
And it's usually a team that they can knock them down at a high clip. Of course, Sadie South not in there right now. She can knock it down. Ava Mae Allen is in there alongside Gracie Butler, Bella Mullins, down low Bella Stiles, and then Cora Bass out top. 26 seconds to play here in the first. Bass dribbling it out. Trying to let that clock run down. Trying not to let L.A. get any more hands on the basketball again.
Absolutely.
Now down to 18 seconds. Mullins will come get it. 10 seconds for the Bees. Mullins, handoff, Bass with 7. Bass right back to Mullins and threw it out of bounds. Turnover by Upperman with 5.2 on the clock. Gracie Hamilton will come in for Cora Bass, and L.A. will have a shot at the final chance here at the end of the quarter.
Well, I was just wondering why they didn't reverse the basketball back to Butler over here in the left corner and give her the opportunity. She's had the hot hand. She scored all 8 points. When somebody's hitting like that, give them the basketball.
Coleman got it at the end of the first. What an end to the first quarter of action for the Livingston Academy Lady Wildcats. It's a Twin Lakes Tractor 3, and Livingston leads it by 10 at the end of one. 18-8. You're watching the 7 AAA semifinals between Livingston and Upperman, presented by Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
The experts at the South Willow Auto Clinic are your hometown auto doctors. Located at 640 South Willow Avenue in Cookeville, get your oil changed, tires rotated, and fluids filled. Need other repairs? Stop by for his same-day free diagnosis and estimate. South Willow Auto Clinic is a longtime supporter of student-athletes throughout the Upper Cumberland. South Willow Auto Clinic, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Delicious Pan Pizza is Domino's best-kept secret. With Locarta, Livingston, Allgood, and 2 in Cookeville, delicious pan and hand-toss pizza, pasta, and more is never far away. Use the Domino's app to take care of your game day eats today. Domino's is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Back here inside the Hooper Ebelin Center, an 18-8 lead after Mally Jean Coleman knocks down a Twin Lakes Tractor 3 at the end of the first to send L.A. into the double-digit lead after the first quarter of action. What a start for this Livingston Academy basketball team. Mally Jean Coleman was great yesterday. Ellie Butler was really good, and those have been the two to get it going here in the first quarter as well. They start out with basketball again. This is Mullins on the right wing.
Well, it just comes down to L.A. is getting more shots. I mean, Upperman just isn't getting any shots, and that's because of the defensive effort from Livingston Academy.
Coleman, through some of the contact inside, was looking for a foul, didn't get it, and Upperman's got the basketball back. Now, Upperman, a really good defensive team, but when they trail by 10, who do they go to? Gracie Butler going to go inside, and a foul's going to be called on Keely Mullins. Mullins will pick up her first.
Gracie Butler she's having an outstanding game. She scored all 8 points, but somebody's got to help her. Somebody's going to have to come off a screen. They're going to really have to free somebody else up. The one time they did, they made a nice pass under the basket to Butler, but she can't do it all on her own. There's got to be somebody else step up from a scoring perspective.
30 seconds into this second quarter, 18-8 lead for the Wildcats. Lost twice in the regular season to Upperman, 47-38, 38-31. Low-scoring affairs, but Livingston has found their offensive stride after one quarter of action. Delenti trying to get it going. That one is out of bounds, and she has missed her first 3 threes of this contest so far. Normally a very good shooter from outside. Mila Daly checking in for the Wildcats for Mally Carwile.
Yeah, it's like an unbelievable start. Everything that Leslie Riddle wanted to happen for Livingston Academy and everything Dana McWilliams didn't want to happen for Upperman is going on right now.
Mally Jean Coleman with 2 defenders in front of her, jumps up and throws to Daly. Daly now driving right side, spins on Stiles, trying to pass it off, almost tied up, got it away, and back out to Coleman. There's Mullins, looks inside, will spin, drive left side. Mullins spins back to the right side, goes up to the right, missed it short. Good defense by Gracie Butler, and she's got the basketball. Landed off to Bella Mullins, will bring it ahead. Now on the left wing, Hamilton. Hamilton tries to penetrate, cut off, and pulls it back out. Gracie Butler on the top of the key, gets a screen from Bella Stiles. She slips it over to Hamilton, left wing. Hamilton around the perimeter it goes. Again, this Upperman team, only 44 points per game on offense. Trail it by 10 right now. They need to get some offense going. They know it. Where do they go to? Butler here on the left wing. Into the corner, Mullins. She'll drive inside, put it up in, blocked away by Jenkins, and a foul called. There was a lot of contact.
There was a lot of contact.
I didn't know if they were going to let it go or not.
Kind of a late whistle there from the official on the right side, but there was a lot of contact. But it was a nice move to the basket. Somebody else besides Ellie Butler, not Ellie Butler, the other Butler.
Gracie Butler.
There's a lot of Butlers. There's a lot of Butlers.
There's a lot of Butlers. There's a lot of Mullins. There's a lot of Bellas. There's a lot of everything. Bella Mullins at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line, a little bit short on the first attempt. Yeah, there's Bella Mullins, Bella Stiles, and then you've got Gracie Hamilton, Gracie Butler, and then on the other side you've got Ellie Butler and Keely Mullins.
And Mally Carwile and Mally Jean
yeah,
Coleman.
it's really fun for a broadcaster in this game. 6:13 to play here in the first half. 2 misses by Bella Mullins at the line there. Here's Chloe Jenkins on the other side now for the Wildcats. Mullins out top, deep 3 on the way. In and out, no, just off the front side of the iron, and some groans from the Livingston fans. They thought that one was falling in. Here's Delenti with the basketball off to Butler left wing. Butler will try to drive, gets past Daly, goes off the right side of the window, but a little too strong. And Coleman will have the rebound now. That's a few misses inside. We've seen it both sides, but especially for Upperman. Coleman, hand off to Ellie Butler. Thought about the 3, puts it on the deck, splits the defense, and she traveled. One too many steps for the junior will be a turnover, and Upperman's got it going the other way with 5:37 to play here in the first half.
Yeah, neither team scoring here yet in the second quarter. Livingston, that shooting percentage has really started to drop. They've missed the first 3 or 4 shots here in the second period, and you'd think this would give Upperman an opportunity to kind of climb back into this basketball game, but they've not been able to get anything going offensively either.
Here's Delenti on the right wing, thought about it for a second, puts it on the deck. Now Gracie Butler around the screen, jumps up, and got the soft touch to fall. And she's into double figures, has all 10 points for Upperman, and she trails by 8, 18-10.
Lady Bees are going to have to hit some threes, though. I mean, that's their bread and butter. That's what they live and die on, and if they're going to make a comeback, they're going to have to start hitting some threes.
The good thing for the Lady Bees, Livingston has not scored yet in this second quarter. 4:55 remaining in the second quarter. Coleman just dribbling it out near half court right now. Nobody's come out to her yet. Now Hamilton kind of leaking out that way, but until they start that 5-second count, I doubt they're going to start the play. It's still spread out. Hamilton thinking about it. And kind of a fun little chess match between Coleman and Hamilton right now. Now they'll go for it. Coleman goes left side, hands it off to Ellie Butler. Around top, Mullins got loose, and we've got an offensive foul and a screen set by Mila Daly.
Well, Leslie Riddle, like you said, a little chess match. I mean, that's kind of Dana McWilliams' MO, is to get a lead and then hold the basketball and just really run some time off the clock. That's why they're only averaging 45 points a game. It's not because they shoot bad or they don't have the capabilities. She likes, when she gets a lead, she likes to milk the clock. And that, I think that's kind of ironic that Leslie Riddle would do that in that situation right there.
It was actually Chloe Jenkins who picked up a foul. It's her second foul. It is the team's third here in the second quarter. 4:12 remaining in the second quarter. It's 2-0 in the second quarter. This is more reminiscent of what we thought we would see. Deep on the attempt by Butler. Hamilton inside the putback. Her first bucket of the night, and a big bucket for the Lady Bees to make it a two-possession game.
Well, you got to have some of those tips right in the hand of your, of your player and get one of those easy baskets. And now a turnover.
Upperman with it. Delenti doesn't take the three.
Wow, wide open three.
Almost turned it over, back over to Delenti. Now Hamilton will take a three from the left wing.
Splash.
That one falls.
They need a timeout. Leslie Riddle's going to need a timeout.
Gracie Hamilton, 5 points for the Lady Bees, and it's a one-possession game, 18-5. Ellie Butler into the front court. LA still has not scored in this second quarter. They led by 10. Butler dumps it off to Jenkins, who puts it up and in.
Boy, she drew the double team, and when she did, she had a teammate wide open under the basket.
That was a really good job by Ellie Butler, just kind of making something out of nothing there as the play wasn't really happening. Delenti on the other end finally got one to fall.
Now you got to watch. All of a sudden, when one person hits a three, another one hits a three, it starts raining threes for this Upperman team.
Butler at the other end, the runner too strong, and Upperman's got the rebound. It's a 2-point game, 20-18. Upperman has battled back, and the offense has come alive.
And Ellie Butler really just rushed that shot. I mean, with Upperman making a run, slow it down, go back and just kind of regroup a little bit.
There's Gracie Butler with it. 2:41 to play here in the first half. It's been a great second quarter by the Lady Bees. Have finally knocked down a couple of shots from outside, and they are right back in this game. It's a 2-point game, 20-18. Stiles hands it off to Butler. Butler pulls up from the free throw line, missed it short, and Delenti's got the rebound because nobody boxed her out. And the foul's going to be called, I think, on Mally Jean Coleman reaching in. That is the case.
You know, if you get one of those chance bounces, that's one thing. But when nobody boxes out and nobody is going for a rebound and it hits in the middle of 3 or 4 Livingston Wildcat players, I mean, that brought Leslie Riddle up off the bench and ignited some substitutes in the contest.
It's also the 4th team foul for Livingston Academy. Mally Jean Coleman second. So she's going to have to be careful. On the right wing to Delenti. 2:20 to play here in the first half. Next foul on LA sends Upperman to the line. Butler top of the key. Hamilton just hit one and hits it again.
That was a nice catch and shoot by Gracie Hamilton. I mean, just in rhythm. She catches, shoots, splash.
How about Gracie Hamilton being the offense here in the second quarter? Delenti picks up a foul there, going for a steal. It's her first, team's first here in the second quarter.
Well, you had to have somebody compliment Gracie Butler because Gracie had been doing everything, scoring all the points, and now you see this Upperman offense starting to roll a little bit with hitting some threes and getting some other people involved.
They're outscoring the Wildcats 13-2 here in the second quarter, and they've got a 1-point lead, 21-20. Who knew we were going to see some offense in this game between these two defenses?
That's great.
Coleman into the corner, Butler, the 7 AAA semifinals. Poston in the game, kicks it out to Carwile. Poston playing for the first time tonight. Keely Mullins getting set to come back in at the scores table with 1:40 on the clock. Carwile, she can light it up from outside, doesn't get enough space, now throws it to Poston. Hands it off to Butler. She'll take the 2-point jumper. That one misses short. Gracie Butler's got the rebound. Chance to add on now for the Lady Bees. After trailing by 10 to start the quarter, Butler to the basket, lays it in.
No hesitation. Gracie Butler all the way to the basket. And look at Upperman now up by 3 after being down by 10.
Ellie Butler at the other end trying to answer. Cannot do so. A rebound by Stiles. And a foul. And I think this will be called on Livingston Academy. And it's going to be free throws for Bella Stiles at the other end.
And again, I'm not so sure why Livingston thought they needed to shoot the ball that quickly. Again, they were doing a great job of running their offense. They were getting some nice passes, looking for some open people. And instead, it feels like they've rushed. They're almost panicking a little bit where they've rushed their shots the last few times down the floor.
So Bella Stiles will be at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line for a couple of shots. Got that one to fall. It's her first point of the night. Keely Mullins will check in. Mila Daly comes out. I think that foul was called on Emma Poston. And if that's the case, it's her first. It was the team's 5th. So that's why Stiles is shooting free throws here. Bends at the knees, flies it away, and got the second one to fall as well. 2 for 2 from the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. It's a 5-point lead for Upperman after trailing by 10 at the start of the quarter.
And a 5-1 foul differential here in the first half. That'll get the folks from Hawkeye in the ears of the officials just a little.
Coleman kicks out Mullins on the right wing. 58 seconds to play here in the second quarter. The Wildcats have only mustered 2 points in this second quarter after putting up 18 in the first. Carwile, top of the key. Now, Mullins on the right side. Bounces off to Carwile again. 44 seconds. Ellie Butler with it on the left wing. Butler to the right side. Mally Jean Coleman. Left-handed pass. Carwile a 3 on the way. They needed that one. A Twin Lakes tractor 3 for Mally Carwile, and the Wildcats are within 2.
What a great catch and shoot by Mally Carwile. No hesitation. Looked at the rim. Shot the basketball beautifully, and now pulled LA to within 2.
22 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Upperman will have a chance for the final shot. They lead it by 2, 25-23. Bella Mullins dribbling around. Now going to set up the offense with 12 seconds. Mullins looks to the sideline with 8. It's down to 7. Mullins throws it inside. Stiles puts it up, missed it. 3 seconds, got her own rebound, puts it up. Couldn't get the finish, and we have reached halftime. What a second quarter for the Upperman Lady Bees. They lead it at the break, 25-23. We've got a 2-point game in the 7 AAA semifinals. Coming up next, the Happy Hiller halftime show. We'll break down the first half. We'll bring you the stats as well. You're watching the 7 AAA semifinals presented by Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They are also proud to sponsor Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing's Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Be sure to stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood, or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Get your new year started in your new ride. With a huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, including the all-new 2024 Chevy Trax and Silverado, Frontier Chevy is ready to get you into your next vehicle. View inventory online at www.kcchevy.com or stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Frontier Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
Hone and develop your skills on the court with professional basketball player development from Legacy Athletics. Call 931-303-3356 or follow them on Instagram at legacy_athletics or on Twitter at jwinningham25 for more information today. Legacy Athletics, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
The Crossroads Auction Group are the Upper Cumberland's auction experts. As a full-service auction company, they take your stress away every step of the way. Servicing the entire Upper Cumberland, the Crossroads Auction Group gets your property ready from cleanup, setup, picture-taking, up to the auction and beyond. They handle all auctions from estates, residential, farms, land, commercial, and everything else. For more information, visit crossroadsauctiongroup.com or call 931-644-7149 today. The Crossroads Auction Group are proud sponsors of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Steel Technologies has been part of the Rutherford County community for over 35 years. Their plants in Murfreesboro and Smyrna include over 150 teammates who process coils, metal sheets, and blanks for customers across North America. Steel Tech's Smyrna and Murfreesboro plants are expanding, and they need teammates to join their team. With openings including machine and forklift operators, truck drivers, and more, they have the position for you with competitive wages and monthly bonus opportunities. For more information and to apply online, scan the QR code on your screen now. Steel Tech is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Steel Tech. Faith, family, Steel Tech.
Fire and Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Fire and Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with creative food and drinks on the rooftop. Fire and Vine is also home to the UCR Coaches Show on Tuesday nights. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome in to the Happy Hiller halftime show here inside the Hooper Ebelin Center. Man, what a game it has been. A 2-point game at halftime, 25-23 in favor of the Upperman Lady Bees in a game that they trailed 18-8 actually after the first quarter of action. Livingston Academy's offense in the first quarter, tremendous. Upperman's defense, not as good as it normally is. It kind of flipped in the second quarter.
Wow, I mean, it's really been a tale of two quarters when you look at it. It was 18-8 at the end of the first quarter with Livingston up. Probably one of the best quarters that we've seen Livingston Academy play. And then coming off a great win last night against DeKalb, they really carried that momentum into the first quarter against Upperman. But then the team that's, 24-4, the number 2 seed, really woke up in that second period, started making some shots, started hitting some threes. Taylor Delente she missed her first three-point attempts, and then she sank one. Gracie Hamilton, what a spark that she had, hitting a three, making some shots, and just like that, all of a sudden, Upperman comes back. They get a couple of turnovers, they get some rebounds, and now look, it's 25-23. Upperman's back on top.
And it was Gracie Hamilton to get it going. Gracie Hamilton, normally not the scorer for this Upperman team. She hit 2 threes, had a bucket inside as well, and all of them came in pretty much succession in about 3 or 4 straight possessions and got Upperman the lead.
Well, when Gracie Butler's making the first 8 points, first 10 points of the game, the whole defense then starts concentrating on Gracie Butler. And then that left Gracie Hamilton open to really do some things. It started with just kind of a chance rebound that got knocked into her hands, and she put it in right under the basket. That gives you a little confidence. Then you come back, you hit a three, then Delente sees that. That gives her some confidence. She hits the three. Hamilton comes back, hits the three. Then your teammates start feeding off each other. And, man, when you start doing that, then all of a sudden, your offensive engine is cranked up.
This is the Happy Hiller halftime show. Our halftime score, 25-23. Let's bring you the halftime stats for Livingston Academy. They were led by Ellie Butler, who had 9 points, but all of them came in the first quarter. Did not score in that second quarter. Much better defense for Upperman as well in that second quarter. 6 points for Keely Mullins, all in the first quarter as well. 3 points apiece for Mally Jean Coleman and Mally Carwile, and 2 for Chloe Jenkins. For the Upperman Lady Bees, they were led by Gracie Butler, who had 12 first-half points. Kept Upperman afloat in that first quarter with all 8 of their points, and then finally the rest of the cavalry arrived. 8 points from Gracie Hamilton, 3 from Taylor Delente, and 2 from Bella Stiles on a couple of free throws towards the end of that first half. The foul count starting to creep up there for Livingston Academy. No, nobody in foul trouble yet. Chloe Jenkins does have 2. Mally Jean Coleman has 2. Nobody has foul trouble for Upperman. They only picked up 2 fouls in that first half, and we'll see how that changes coming up in the third quarter as well. But we're pretty much at even pecking order now. After a 10-point lead for Livingston, it's now a 2-point game. We hope you stick around for the second half. Coming up in about 3 minutes and 10 seconds. You're watching the 7 AAA semifinals presented by Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
From the sports field to the hunting field, our friends at Hall Sports and Outdoors can outfit anyone. Located in the heart of Jamestown at 207 South Main Street, Hall Sports and Outdoors carries everything from kayaks, fishing gear, and camo to guns and ammo. With top brands such as Columbia, Timberland, Under Armour, Asics, and much more, nobody can top their selection. Need some custom gear for your team? They also offer uniforms, gear, and custom embroidery. Stop by and see them at 207 South Main Street in Jamestown. Hall Sports and Outdoors, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
How many letters?
5 letters.
Just think about, what am I doing right now?
Smile. Smile?
Uh-huh.
This is so easy.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do.
Back here inside the Hooper Eblen Center, we'll get you ready for the second half coming up in just a little bit. Also want to let you know we've got 3 more games coming up here from the Hoop later on this evening. The second game tonight will feature Livingston Academy and Stone Memorial boys. In the first semifinal on the boys' side, we'll have new streams for each game. So this stream will end. We'll have a new stream for that. And then the third game will feature the second girls semifinal between White County and Stone Memorial after Stone Memorial upset Cumberland County yesterday in a big win for the Battle of Crossville. Final game tonight will feature Upperman and the White County boys to see who plays for the district championship coming up Monday and Tuesday. Late games coming up Monday and Tuesday for the championship. 9 o'clock starts for the championship. 7:30 starts for the consolation games.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that Jonathan Schrum, he does a great job of keeping stats for Upperman. He sent us some stats there at halftime, and I trust his statistical keeping there, but one thing that really jumped out to me was the fact that Livingston did not have an offensive rebound. We're not credited with an offensive rebound in that first half. Now, first quarter they shot lights out. They didn't have to have an offensive rebound. But in the second quarter when things started going bad, they took some shots, and Upperman was there and holding them to just one shot. I'm sure Leslie Riddle addressed that in the locker room at halftime, because if you're going to win a game, you've got to have second and third chances, especially against this Upperman team. So watch and see how Livingston hits the offensive glass here in the second half.
We appreciate Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate for being the presenting sponsor for today's broadcast between Upperman and Livingston Academy. Getting started here in the second half of action. Make sure you give us a share. Keep those comments coming along. Most importantly, give us a like as well. My name's Jacob Vincent, joined by Buddy Pearson and the beautiful Desiree Phipps on camera tonight as we get started in the second half between Upperman and Livingston. Upperman starting out with the basketball first. They've got the 2-point advantage. Trailed by 10 after the first, 18-8 in a big second quarter. Now have the 2-point lead. Livingston, fortunate for them to find some offense. Mally Carwile hit a big 3 towards the end of that first half to keep them within these 2 points. They were down by 5. Here's Mullins on the left wing, and now you're really going to see Upperman. We talked about him being methodical on offense. Bella Mullins at 3, does not fall. And a rebound inside by Chloe Jenkins. As I say that, she did hit a few of them against Cumberland County.
Yeah.
They took the 3 from the top of the key that time.
Well, that's a good shot. I mean, when they give you that shot, go ahead and take it.
Now Livingston with it, going to see if they can't tie or take the lead back. Mally Jean Coleman going to back it out, not liking what they saw. They'll reset the offense 1 minute into this third quarter. Noah McKay will be here for the second game. I'll head off to Livingston for the 7 single-A semifinals on the boys' side. Ellie Butler spinning in the lane, may have traveled. Kicks it back out. Here's Keely Mullins. She'll take it inside. Mullins with the right hand. Finishes. Strong drive there for the junior.
Well, Keely Mullins did a great job. She drove to her right. Good explosive first step. Got her defender on her hip and then just took it all the way to the backboard.
Bella Mullins now with the basketball for Upperman in a tie game at 25 apiece. Hamilton skip pass to Bella on the left wing. Give it back to Hamilton at 8 second quarter points. Now Gracie Butler inside. Kicks out to Bella Mullins. Here comes the 3 ball. That one a little bit short. Good box out by Jenkins. Now Mally Jean Coleman looking to run for the Wildcats. Ahead to Carwile on the right wing. Mally Carwile fires away the 3. That one's a little bit deep. And Butler's got the rebound now for the Bees.
Not a bad shot.
Butler inside. Off the window. Too strong. Rebound tipped around. And Coleman able to take it out of there. Fortunate for Livingston. Here's the pass up to Ellie Butler now. Butler in transition. Puts up the floater. Couldn't get it to fall. And the rebound down to Bella Stiles for the Bees. Back and forth we go. After a few missed opportunities for both sides. 5:43 to play here in the third quarter.
Livingston doing a good job of holding Upperman to one and done. Trip down the floor on offense with 3 defensive rebounds on the last 3 possessions.
Gracie Butler right past Coleman. Lays it up and in.
Yeah, no rebound on that one.
Now Ellie Butler for the Wildcats. 5:25 remaining here in the third quarter. Coleman on the left wing throws Mullins top of the key. Here's Carwile on the right side. Finds a cutting Mullins. Gives back out along the perimeter. Coach Riddle putting a 4 above her head. Will find Coleman out near half court. They're going to reset the offense. Mullins comes to catch a pass. Looks around. Takes it in with the left hand. And we've got a foul. It looks like he was poked free by Hamilton. We've got a foul called on the Lady Bees. Called on Gracie Hamilton. It's her first, team's first here in the third quarter. City South checking back into the basketball game for Upperman for Gracie Butler. Coleman will inbound from the left baseline here for the Wildcats. 5:06 to play in the third. Quickly into Jenkins, and she is fouled on the way up. 2 shots coming for Chloe Jenkins. Foul called on Taylor Delenti across the arm.
Well, Chloe Jenkins has already made an impact here in the third quarter. A couple of nice rebounds now, drawing a foul, possibly a couple of points.
Actually, they got that one on Bella Mullins. That's her first instead of Delenti's second. Here's Chloe Jenkins at the Birdie's Lounge free throw line. Misses a little bit deep on the first attempt. 5:05 to play here in the third quarter. A 2-point advantage for the Bees. Second free throw, up and through. 3 points now for Chloe Jenkins. 27-26, 5:03 to play in the third. It was a 47-38 victory in Baxter for the Bees. 38-31 in Livingston for the Bees. Livingston has not won since they beat Upperman in Baxter last year in that first matchup in the regular season. 5 straight wins for the Lady Bees ever since. There's Bella Mullins on the right wing. Mullins takes it inside, kick it out. Sadie South the 3 off the back of the iron. Stiles tips the rebound out to the Bees. And an offensive board and another possession. Hamilton over to Delenti. Now South back to Delenti. The other 3-point shooter misses short. Rebound out of bounds. Looks like it's going to stay with the Bees underneath.
Oh, wow. Again, Upperman doing a great job crashing the glass, trying to create second chance opportunities on those long 3-point shots.
The hoop starting to fill in. Of course, we've got 3 more games after this one. Hamilton, another 3. Couldn't get it to fall that time. And finally, a good rebound for the Wildcats. Keely Mullins will take it out of there with 4:18 to play here in the third.
Boy, that was 3 good looks by Upperman that they were not able to knock down.
That one deflected here on the near side and out of bounds. It'll stay with the Livingston Academy Lady Wildcats. Hamilton has been really active defensively, has been really good offensively. Now will earn herself a rest as Gracie Butler checks back in. Ella Harrell coming in as well for the Lady Bees. Nope, they're going to say she got to the scores table late, so she'll have to wait for the next dead ball. Allie Jean Coleman looking to the sideline, waiting for the play call. 4:05 to play here in the third quarter. It's a 1-point lead for the Bees. Coleman kicks it out. Carwile, now Butler on the right wing. Inside, Jenkins. Coleman again. Butler flashes. Here is Ellie Butler. Nice. Now Mullins, the elbow jumper, rattles home. And L.A. leads it by 1 again.
Well, you break down his own defense by just trying to set somebody up there at the free throw line. And that time, Keely Mullins did a great job of sneaking in there. And Ellie Butler with a nice pass and a good basket for Livingston.
Deep 3 by Butler off the mark, but a wide open rebound for Delenti. Missed it on the way back up, and Livingston fortunate to not give up an easy bucket inside.
Boy, that's unfortunate because that's a basket you've got to have in a close game like this.
Mullins thought about the 3, drives it in, missed it on the way up, and a rebound underneath by Delenti. Upperman's got it again. Bella Mullins in transition now. She'll drive it inside, draw the contact, and a foul called on Mally Carwile for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and sometimes you've got to slide over there. If you're going to take a charge, you just got to have, you got to get set. You can't keep moving. You can't slide and touch at the same time.
3:14 to play here in the third quarter. It's a 1-point lead for the Wildcats, 28-27. They inbound it to Delenti. Jenkins out on her. Delenti going to back it up. Both teams have pretty much been in a zone all game long. And it's funny, you'll see them in the regular season. They might not pull it out as much. In the postseason, they're playing zone the whole way through.
The whole time, yeah.
Because teams just cannot score on either of these defenses. Here is Butler driving, puts up the scoop shot, no good. Rebound inside and a foul called.
That's probably,
I believe, on Ella Harrell. Yeah. Looked like Mullins got to the basketball first on the rebound, and Ella Harrell going to be tagged with her first foul.
Nice shot by Butler. She tried to go in. Nice little scoop shot up off the glass. Thought it was going to go in. But then L.A. did a great job blocking out, getting the rebound, getting the foul.
2:49 remaining here in the third quarter. Believe that's the second team foul. They've got one up on the board for Upper, or make that 3, I beg your pardon. I was looking at Livingston Academy. They've only got 1 here in the third quarter. 2:39 to play in the third. It is L.A. basketball. 1-point lead, looking to get some more points on the board heading to the fourth. Jenkins sets a screen for Carwile. Dump it down low. Harrell deflected it. Now Carwile back with it. Kick it out. Ellie Butler, a 3 on the way. Rattles it home. A Twin Lakes tractor 3 for the junior.
Well, Ellie Butler now. We hadn't heard much from her since that hot first quarter, but now she's back.
It's her second 3 of the night. She's got 12 points to lead the way for the Wildcats, and it's a 4-point lead for L.A., and that's going to be a turnover by the Bees. Out of bounds.
Tried to work it inside to Harrell. And now Dana McWilliams wants a timeout, and I don't blame her.
Timeout taken by Upperman is a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here with 2:08 to play in the third quarter. What a job this has been by Livingston Academy, because not too many times that you get a big lead on the Bees and you give up that lead. Do you ever get that lead back? And they have a 4-point advantage now.
Well, they do, and they've been able to do it because they came out and they started rebounding again. Even on the defensive end, they were rebounding, really getting some better shots than what they had in the second quarter. Really looked like they were more patient on offense and made some good passes, and things are just seems to be coming a little more natural to them on offense now than it did in that second quarter. Upperman, on the other hand, well, they missed some wide-open shots. I mean, they've had some wide-open threes. They've had some shots in the paint that they have just missed and really could be, leading in this game if you look at all those shots that they've missed.
Make sure you give us a share, give us a like as well. Keep those comments coming along. Man, this has been a fun game. 2:05 remaining here in this third quarter. 31-27 out of the timeout. LA's got the basketball and a foul called on the Bees. Gracie Butler reaching in. It's going to be the first on Butler. That is the team's fourth with 2:01 remaining, so the next one would send LA to the line in the bonus.
Well, that first half, it was a 5-1 differential. LA had 5, Upperman 1. Now it's a 4-1 differential. Upperman 4, Livingston 1.
Here is Ellie Butler. Spins it off to Coleman. Coleman on the left wing, going to drive. Skips on the right wing now to Carwile. A three on the way, little bit short. Good rebound underneath by Bella Mullins on the box out of Ellie Butler.
Boy, she did a great job boxing out. I mean, just perfect.
There's Gracie Butler, top the key now for the Lady Bees, trailing by 4, 31-27. Butler trying to drive, draws the contact, and I think they got the foul on the floor before the shot.
Yeah, Gracie Butler, it does a great job of moving to her right and getting the defender in a position where you're either going to have to let her go or you're going to have to back up fast enough to try and take a charge, and that time Keely Mullins couldn't do either.
Mullins picks up her second foul, just the team's second here in the third quarter. Coleman steals it away and keeps it in bounds. Up it goes to Ellie Butler. Butler inside, dumps it off to Mullins. The mid-range jumper falls. Keely Mullins, a big bucket. She's got 6 points here in the third quarter, and it's a 6-point lead again for LA, 33-27.
Boy, this game is like a roller coaster.
Yes,
I mean, it
is.
has absolutely gone LA, Upperman, LA.
A lot of people tuning in, whether it's on Facebook, YouTube, or NFHS. We welcome you in. Jacob Vincent alongside Buddy Pearson here on Upper Cumberland Reporter. And beautiful Desiree Phipps on camera as well. Here's Taylor Delente on the left wing. Bella Mullins top of the key, going to drive it inside. The floater with the right hand does not fall. Rebound inside by Stiles, but saved back into L.A. 48 seconds remain here in the third quarter. L.A. with it. Coleman racing. Coleman left hand, no good. Rebound down to Butler, and she is fouled on the way back up. And Ellie Butler will be at the Birdies Lounge free throw line for a couple of shots. And it looks like that foul is going to be called on Taylor Delente.
And that was an offensive rebound. That was an offensive rebound. We've not seen that much in the game for Livingston Academy, and Ellie Butler did an outstanding job of getting up there, getting that rebound, and drawing the foul.
Butler able to connect. She's 3 of 3 from the stripe so far tonight. Mila Daly, Emma Poston checking in to spell Chloe Jenkins and Keely Mullins for the final 41.5 seconds here in the third quarter. Ellie Butler will be at the line again. Keep those comments coming along. We appreciate you guys. This has been one heck of a game. 2 good free throws for Ellie Butler, and she's got 14 points in the contest to make it 35-27. LA leads it by 8 again. 37 seconds to play in the third. This has been a huge third quarter for the Wildcats. Ava Mae Allen in here for the Lady Bees alongside Gracie Hamilton, Bella Stiles, Taylor Delente, and Gracie Butler. 25 seconds remaining in the third. Off to Delente right wing. Delente around the horn it goes. Hamilton now with 20 seconds. Delente right back to Hamilton. They're trying to get it inside. Hamilton drives, kicks off to Stiles, and a foul. 13 seconds. That is going to be the third team foul on LA. And they are going to get Ellie Butler. Her first. Now JC Garrett will check in for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Nash comes in for Upperman. We've not seen her in the game yet.
Saw her just a little bit in the game against Cumberland County. She does check in late here. 10 seconds. Here she is. Around it goes. Allen with it with 7. Allen back to Hamilton with 5.
Somebody's
Hamilton driving, falling, and turned it over. Carwile. Carwile got it away. And just a little bit short. LA, a great end to the third quarter. It's 35-27. The Wildcats on top by 8. One more quarter to go to see who takes a trip to the 7 AAA championship game coming up on Monday night. You're watching The 7 AAA semifinals presented by Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Deal of the week. Priced well below the market at $186 per square foot with an open split bedroom plan with 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms on 1,560 square feet. This could be your new home. Boasting luxury vinyl plank flooring, central air with natural gas heat, and tankless water heater in a private backyard. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145 or 931-526-9581 today. Sonia Brown would love to make you a homeowner.
I'm looking for someone who can keep me comfortable, stay here for the long run, and definitely not high maintenance. Not right. Absolutely not. This one looks perfect.
Find your perfect match with Hiller. Get a free UV light with select new HVAC systems, 50% off a descaler with new tankless water heaters, or free surge protection with a new whole home generator.
I like that one too.
We're back here to start this fourth quarter of action as Livingston Academy has it. Ellie Butler trying to dump it off to Mila Daly. Mullins loose on the top of the key. A 3 on the way. In and out, no. An offensive rebound. Cora Copeland and Mila Daly were fighting for it, the same team, and lost it out of bounds. Would have been a great start for the Wildcats of this fourth quarter. They still lead by 8, but Upperman has the basketball back.
Well, we've just seen a totally different Livingston Wildcat team that came out of the locker room here in the second half. One that was really dominating the boards, limited Upperman to 1 shots on the defensive end and got some offensive rebounds, started hitting their shots. And Ellie Butler, again, and Keely Mullins starting to be a force.
Delenti misses short, saved back inbound. Stiles takes it away from Mullins. Gracie Butler saved it in. Here's Gracie Butler for a 3. That one doesn't fall, and Keely Mullins has the rebound. Upperman has struggled to find their shot a little bit here in this game.
They really have, and a play like that is something that could have turned the game around. Could have been the spark that Upperman needed right there.
They only scored 2 points in the second quarter after a huge, make it third quarter, after a huge second quarter. And Livingston playing some really good basketball right now. They lead it by 8. Here's Mally Jean Coleman, defender on her back. There was some contact there, but they let it go. Now Mullins at the free throw line. Mullins going to drive it and kick it to Daly on the right wing. Now Butler tapped the key, lost her footing, got it back. Ellie Butler going to try to drive. And right back out to Mullins. For Livingston, they lead it by 8. They don't have to go score. They just have to take care of the basketball.
That's exactly right. And I don't know that I would do a whole lot of, attacking the basket at this point. You might want to just make Upperman foul you just like that.
That is going to be a foul called on Gracie Hamilton. It's going to be her second. That is the team's first. Of course, when you get to 5, it sends the other team to the bonus. No 1 in bonus this year. That new rule change at the beginning of the year, and I think most coaches, most players like it. I know announcers, we like it because it keeps the flow of the game moving a lot faster. Yeah. Each quarter it resets. Here's Ellie Butler on the far sideline, gets it right back. Butler driving in, picks up her dribble, kicks in the corner. Jenkins drives in, puts up a shot, and she will be fouled. And this will be 2 free throws here at the Birdies Lounge free throw line for Chloe Jenkins.
And Chloe Jenkins having a great second half, couple of rebounds, a basket. She's drawn some fouls. She's really had an impact for the Lady Wildcats here in the second half.
Jenkins at the line. Had some big minutes last year in her freshman season. Has played all season this year in her sophomore year. Misses short on the first attempt. Hey, make sure you give us a share if you're on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, you make sure you give us a like and subscribe to the page. NFHS, we welcome you in as well. Second free throw good for Jenkins. Makes it 36-27, a 9-point lead and a 3-possession game. Here's Hamilton on the right wing. Stop here for the Wildcats would go a long way with 6:09 remaining in the contest. Livingston hasn't beaten Upperman since the first game in the regular season last year. 5 straight for the Bees. We've got a push here called on the Wildcats. And Ellie Butler picks up her second foul.
Okay, so explain that rule to me again. I'm old school here. I'm trying to.
So 0 fouls at the start of each quarter.
Okay.
When you pick up 5 on a team,
right,
the other team's in the bonus, and it's 2 shots rather than 1 and 1.
Okay.
So it just immediately double bonus. So they got rid of the 1 and 1, and it resets after each quarter. Here's a steal by Coleman. Ahead to Butler. Butler at the basket. The left-handed lay is good.
Wow, that's huge. What a huge steal. What a huge play.
Ellie Butler with 16 points, and it's an 11-point advantage, the biggest lead of the game for the Wildcats. Now for Upperman, who do you go to? You got Gracie Hamilton going in the second quarter. Gracie Butler's been pretty good all game long. You need offense in a hurry.
Well, you've either got to set up some threes or you got to drive and try and draw some fouls to stop the clock. But you can't just dribble around and not attack the basket. You've got to attack the basket.
Of course, Livingston Academy played in the district championship game last year but fell to this Upperman team. Now they're playing them in the semifinals to see if they can't play the winner of White County and Stone on Monday night at 9 p.m. Consolation game will be at 7:30. Clock still running down, 5:10 remaining. And Upperman, not a whole lot of urgency right now. Butler now driving, the floater short. Rebound down to Butler, fouled on the way back up, and that'll help a lot. Gracie Butler will be at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line.
And that's what you got to do. I mean, you can't just stand around, dribble around, and run time off the clock. You were down 11 points. You have to attack the basket and take the consequences of what happens with that. And this was a good thing. Gracie Butler driving, putting a shot up, getting a rebound, getting fouled, going to the free throw line because now you're scoring with the clock stopped.
That foul was either on Ellie Butler or Mally Jean Coleman, I believe. And whoever it's on, it was their third. Everybody's got two, except for whoever just picked up that foul. Second free throw, no good. 15 points on the night for Gracie Butler. It's 38-28, 10-point lead for the Wildcats. Here's Butler in the corner, a three on the way. Misses short and a rebound down to Bella Mullins. Quick shot, but that one would have been a big one. Mullins at the other end,
nice
puts it up
move.
and in for two.
Wow, great job of just feeling where the defender was and moving to the basket to create a shot.
Butler inside is going to be fouled by Gracie Butler. Gracie Butler picks up her second foul, and it's going to send Ellie Butler to the Birdies Lounge free throw line for two shots with 4:39 to play in an 8-point game.
And a great job by Livingston Academy coming right back and not pulling the basketball out, going ahead and attacking the basket, drawing the foul now, and having the opportunity to extend the lead to 10.
Ellie Butler at the free throw line, has not missed yet tonight. If you haven't given us a share, go ahead and do so. Give us a like as well if you're on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, welcome in NFHS. We appreciate you as well. Second free throw up and through for Ellie Butler. 40-30. Livingston leads it by 10, but when you're playing the Lady Bees, no lead is ever safe. Here's Cora Bass, top of the key. Now Delenti on the left wing into the corner south. Around it goes Delenti with it. 4:28 remaining in the ball game. Bass is going to take a rare three. That one's off the left side of the iron, and Coleman's got the rebound. At this point, somebody's got to start knocking them down, so why not take it?
Yeah, and if not, then you've got to try and get a rebound.
There's going to be a reach-in foul on Taylor Delenti. That's going to be her third. It's also going to be the team's fourth. So one more, and Livingston's going to be shooting free throws for the rest of the game. 4:14 remaining in this one. Mally Jean Coleman out near the half-court line. Cora Bass on her, trying to draw the charge. Too much contact.
Goes both ways.
Here's Carwile. Livingston just trying to run that clock down. After taking a quick shot on their last possession, they realize how precious these seconds are that keep on waning off the clock. And that one poked from behind by Delenti. Delenti will keep it. Kick it back out to Bass. Around it goes. Now Butler takes it inside. Butler at the basket is fouled, and she will be at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line for two.
Great explosive first step by Gracie Butler. When she gets that ball in the open court, the defender, I mean, you really have to slide over. She doesn't go to her left much. She goes to her right most of the time, and you just have to try and cut the right side off from her.
Coach Riddle was trying to take a timeout before that first free throw. She will get the free throw here after Butler misses on the first attempt. This will be a full timeout. We will take it with them. Don't go anywhere. 3:44 to play and a free throw coming out of the timeout. You're watching high school basketball presented by Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
The experts at the South Willow Auto Clinic are your hometown auto doctors. Located at 640 South Willow Avenue in Cookeville, get your oil changed, tires rotated, and fluids filled. Need other repairs? Stop by for a same-day free diagnosis and estimate. South Willow Auto Clinic is a longtime supporter of student-athletes throughout the Upper Cumberland. South Willow Auto Clinic, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back into the Hooper Eblen Center, the first game of this 7 AAA semifinal, and man, has it been fun. Jacob Vincent alongside Buddy Pearson and Desiree Phipps as well. 40-30 right now, Livingston Academy on top by 10 for the Wildcats. They led by 10 after the first quarter, surrendered that lead, trailed by as many as 5 in the second, trailed by 2 at halftime, and then only allowed 2 Upperman points in the third quarter. Have only allowed 3 here in the fourth, and still lead it by 10.
Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, just what a roller coaster game it's been. Where Livingston comes out in the first quarter. Upperman makes a great run in the second quarter. Livingston third quarter. Now both teams really just, Livingston's trying to hold on, and Upperman's trying to mount that huge comeback.
Butler got the second free throw to fall. She's now 2 of 4 in the fourth quarter. She knocked down 2 free throws back in the first. 4 of 6 on the game. Coleman picks up her dribble, throws to Mullins, couldn't handle it, now gets the handle again. 3:35 to go in the contest in a 9-point game. Bounce pass to Jenkins, almost stolen away. Kick it out and around it goes. Butler at the free throw line, kicks it back out to Coleman. For Livingston Academy, they have all 4 timeouts left, and they are in the bonus on the next foul. Butler inside, puts up the jumper a little bit deep, and the rebound down to Upperman. 9-point lead.
If you're Upperman, you got to come up with a 3 right here. You've got to score on this possession.
Valenti on the left wing off to Hamilton. Hamilton going to drive it left side. Cut off by Carwile. Now Stiles had it poked. Stiles trying to create some space. Kicks it back out. Mullins out top to Butler. 9-point lead for the Wildcats. 2:58 remaining. Here's Bella Mullins, top of the key. Hands it off to Gracie Butler. Butler drives it right side. They need some points, and they need them in a hurry. 2:48 to play. That clock is running down in a hurry. Bella Mullins driving, and we've got a foul called as Livingston ran through a screen on Mally Jean Coleman.
Man, I can't believe how much time is running off the clock in between shots.
Yeah, 2:41 already to play in this game.
Yeah, you're down by 9, and there was a good 40 seconds probably that went off the clock, and you didn't even get a shot off.
There's Hamilton after the inbounds, back out to Mullins. And around it goes again. Butler top of the key. Delenti back to Butler, finally takes a jumper. Missed it short. Good box out underneath by Mullins, and she's got the rebound for LA.
Yeah, that was huge. Great rebound by Mullins. You had to take a shot at some point.
Next foul on Upperman sends Livingston to the line. Mullins puts up a jumper. Couldn't get it to fall. Butler's there, puts it back up, missed it, out of bounds. And Livingston basketball underneath with 2:13 to play. Fortunate because you really don't need that shot.
No.
And Coach Riddle's going to take a timeout to talk that over. A 30-second timeout. The Wildcats still lead it by 9. They've taken maybe some ill-advised shots here in the last 5 minutes or so of the game.
And I think that's probably what Coach Riddle wants to tell them is, look, only take a shot if you're wide open.
Right.
If it's the best shot that we can possibly have, you're up by 9. There's 2:13 to go. Upperman hasn't shown any offense here in the fourth quarter. Just keep the basketball, make them foul you, put you at the free throw line, and let's win it with our free throws.
Livingston Academy has fallen in 5 straight to this Upperman team. Last time they won was in Baxter last year. First game in the regular season between those two squads. Fell in Livingston and then fell in the district championship, in the region championship, and twice in the regular season this year. All of them have been close games. It's not like they weren't close. They were all battles. This one has been a battle as well, 40-31. Livingston has 3 timeouts left. Upperman also 3 timeouts left. Next foul will send both teams to the line on either side, unless it's player controlled. Mally Jean Coleman will inbound. 2:13 to play in this one. They get it into Mullins. Pulls it back out. Mullins dribbling around. Coleman trying to come get the basketball. Finally got the pass off with 2:05 to play. Coleman with Hamilton in front, puts it on the deck. And passes out of it to Mullins. You can tell a concerted effort to try to waste some clock, but Butler poked it from behind.
Great defensive play.
Gracie Butler takes it inside and lays it up and in.
Now you got to get back in the press real quick.
1:45 to play, 7-point lead, and that's going to be a foul called on Gracie Butler. Too much body as she poked it away. It'll be the 3rd foul, and this will be free throws now for Mally Jean Coleman and the Wildcats. And she hit her pretty hard.
Yeah, she did. And at some point, Upperman was going to have to foul, going to have to stop the clock, and really it's going to come down to free throws for Livingston Academy.
Mally Jean Coleman shaken up after that hit from Gracie Butler. She has been keeled over a couple of times trying to catch her breath. She'll have 2 huge free throws here from the Birdies Lounge free throw line with 1:42 remaining in a 7-point game. Already a 3-possession game, but you can keep on adding on. First one does not fall.
Wow.
Spun on the rim for about a full second.
How good is girls basketball in this district?
Amazing.
I mean, it is just incredible because these are the second and third seeds, and you still got White County, the number 1 seed, still to play, and Stone Memorial, who upset Cumberland County, still to play. And I really think, either of these three teams, White County, Upperman, or Livingston Academy, can have a chance to win a state championship this year.
Butler almost had it knocked free, and now a foul called on the Wildcats. This is going to send Gracie Butler to the line for 2 shots, as they are also in the bonus. That is called on Ellie Butler.
Well, now, Butler makes these 2. It pulls it to win a 2-possession game, a 6-point game with 1:32. Then things start getting a little more interesting.
1:32 remaining in the contest. It's 41-33. And Butler gets the first to fall from the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. What a game this has been.
Yeah, you got to make your free throws, and then you've got to try and come up with a turnover without fouling. But then if you get the foul, then you put the pressure on Livingston to make their free throws.
Ava Mae Allen checks in for Bella Stiles out there alongside Bella Mullins, Gracie Butler, Gracie Hamilton, and Taylor Delente. Butler missed on the second, rebound down to L.A. Here's Mullins, hands it off to Ellie Butler with a head of steam. Butler inside, kicks it back out, Coleman, and around it goes. 1:20 to play in the game, and Upperman's probably going to have to play the foul game. You got to go for steals. If you don't get it, you got to foul. You're down 41-34. It's still a 3-possession game.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, you've got to foul. But I'd rather see a foul going for a steal than just a touch foul. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Ava Mae Allen will pick up her first. This will be free throws again for Allie Jean Coleman. And now for the Wildcats, you just got to hit your free throws. And you're going to walk out of here winners, most likely.
That's it.
You win this game, you move on to the championship game Monday night at 9 o'clock. Play the winner of White County and Stone Memorial. That game will be at about 7 o'clock this evening. And Coleman a little bit deep on the first attempt from the Birdies Lounge free throw line. Make sure you stick around for the Livingston Regional Hospital and the South Willow Auto Clinic post-game show. We'll name the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. We'll end the stream, and then, of course, the second stream coming up will be Livingston and Stone Memorial boys. No good on the second one from Coleman. And the door's still open for the Bees. 3 by Butler, a little bit short and out of bounds. Asking for a tip, did not get it. 1:04 remaining here in the final frame, and Livingston will have to inbound the basketball. Again, they have 3 timeouts left.
If you're going to shoot that shot, at least try and get somebody to come off a pick on the top of the screen and just come over and at least get that defender out of the way a little bit.
Got a foul before the pass inbound. I think they got it on Sadie South.
Yeah, now it becomes a foul fest here in the last minute 4.
And it's going to be Allie Jean Coleman shooting free throws again. She is 1 of 4 from the stripe here in the fourth quarter. Hasn't mattered yet because Upperman hasn't scored, other than the bucket by Gracie Butler. That's a big one.
That was a big one. Boy, she's a tough competitor. She's taken some hard licks in this contest. We've seen her gassed a little bit. We've seen her come up off the floor slowly, but with the game on the line.
An 8-point lead for the Wildcats after the second miss from the Birdies Lounge free throw line. 1 minute to go. Hamilton, Delente, now South will fire the 3. In and out, no. Rebound fought for, out of bounds. Looks like it's staying underneath with the Bees.
Yeah, I think that's a good call.
52 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. They trail 42-34. The Bees will inbound along the left baseline. Winner moving on to the championship. South blocked out of there by Mullins. Jenkins has the rebound, and Coleman able to track it down. Coleman still just dribbling, throws ahead to Mullins. 43 seconds to play. They haven't fouled yet. Mullins finally fouled with 38 seconds to go. And you get 2 free throws here, and you feel pretty darn good.
Yeah. You make these 2 free throws, and I don't think it's going to do any good for Upperman to foul.
Gracie Butler picks up her 4th foul. And with 38 seconds to play, Keely Mullins will be at the Birdies Lounge free throw line for 2 shots and an 8-point lead already. First one falls.
That's big.
This to make it a 4-possession lead with 38 seconds to play. Mullins got it. 14 points tonight for Keely Mullins. It's a 10-point lead again for the Wildcats with 35 seconds, and Hawkeye is coming to their feet. Here's Gracie Butler with the basketball. Hands it off to Hamilton and around to Delente. On the left wing, a three coming from Mullins, rattles home. And a timeout taken by Upperman with 23 seconds to go. Not out of the woods yet. 44-37.
Not out of the woods yet, but it's still a 7-point game. It's still a 3-possession game with 23.7 seconds.
Full timeout taken. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. You're watching the 7 AAA semifinals presented by Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Back here inside the Hooper Eblen Center, a timeout on the floor taken by the Bees. It's 44-37, and Livingston Academy has played one heck of a second half. Trailed by 2 to start the second half, 25-23. Led by as many as 10 here in the final frame. They're up by 7 right now. A 3 by Mullins and a timeout. Livingston, they're just playing the free throw game right now.
Yeah.
Up by 3 possessions.
If you're Upperman, you got to try and go for the steal, and then you have to foul quickly. Now go ahead and foul. Got to foul. You can't. Time's going off the clock. Go for the steal or foul.
They finally give it. Bella Mullins going to be tagged with her second. And this will be Ellie Butler at the line for 2 shots. So Livingston Academy looking like they're going to be moving on to the 7 AAA championship game and finally taking down the Bees. A big postseason victory. First time in 5 tries ever since they beat them in Baxter last season.
Yeah, I hadn't beat them in the postseason since 2021 in the district semis.
Of course, it comes in the district semis again.
Yeah.
Butler good again. 2 for 2 from the Birdies Lounge free throw line, and it's 46-37. 17 seconds to play. Mullins will bring it down for the Bees. Off to Butler. Will drive, and it's stolen away, and a foul is called.
Oh, wow.
Looks like Coleman took it right out of her hands. And they're going to get a foul called on Mally Jean Coleman. This will be 2 free throws for Gracie Butler with 11 seconds to play.
Yeah, Coach Riddle knows. I mean, you tell your girls, don't really foul. There's no reason to foul them. Just play good defense.
Gracie Butler has played well tonight. 19 points in and out on the first at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. Chance to make it 20 with the second, but it's not going to be enough. 11 seconds to play in this one and a 9-point lead. Second one falls. That's the 20th point of the night for Gracie Butler. Livingston just has to bring it across the timeline. There it is. The final score tonight is going to be 46-38 in favor of the Livingston Academy Lady Wildcats. What a win for Hawkeye. They move on and will play for the District 7 AAA Championship and host a region quarterfinal game in the region tournament.
Well, you look at Livingston is hitting on all cylinders right now. I mean, an impressive win last night against DeKalb County. They come in here against an Upperman team that had won 5 straight, knocked them out of the postseason, or defeated them twice last year in the postseason, knocked them out of the postseason 2022. And, boy, they just 2 back-to-back performances. You've got to look at Livingston now as a viable threat to have a chance to go all the way to the glass house. Upperman, Dana McWilliams is so good at taking a loss like this, motivating her team, looking at what happened, and then coming back. You know, even as the number 3 seed out of the district over into the region, you can still put your money on Upperman because you know we're probably going to have at least three or four teams win in the region. So it's, you know, this is just a different path that Upperman's going to have to take, but it all comes down to winning games in the region and just getting in that sectional championship.
Big win for the Wildcats tonight, 46-38. We welcome you into the Livingston Regional Hospital and the South Willow Auto Clinic post-game show. We'll take you through the final tallies, and then we will name the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the game. For the Livingston Academy Lady Wildcats, they were led by Ellie Butler tonight, who had 20 points. She was also 8 of 8 from the Birdies Lounge free throw line for the Wildcats. 14 points for Keely Mullins, 5 points for Mally Jean Coleman, 4 points for Chloe Jenkins, and 3 for Mally Carwile. For the Upperman Lady Bees, Gracie Butler led the way with 20 of her own, 8 points for Gracie Hamilton, 5 for Bella Mullins, 3 for Taylor Delente, and 2 for Bella Stiles. The final score tonight, 46-38. Buddy, who are you going to go with for the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game?
Well, I think it's kind of an obvious pick, but you look at Gracie Butler. She did so well, scoring all the points at the beginning when Upperman was trailing, but then Ellie Butler has just had that special factor the last 2 games, and when she is hitting on all cylinders, this Livingston Academy team is almost impossible to beat. Ellie Butler is the player of the game. And real quickly, looking at the stats, Upperman 4 of 21 from three-point land.
Wow, that is a big number. A team that usually shoots the 3 ball well only mustered up 38 points tonight and fall to Livingston Academy 46-38. Livingston moves on to the championship. They will play at 9 o'clock against the winner of White County and Stone Memorial Monday night for the championship. Upperman will play the loser of White County and Stone Memorial at 7:30 in the consolation game. Livingston will host a region quarterfinal game. Upperman will have to go on the road before going on the road for the rest of the tournament as well. That's going to do it for us here in this one. We will end this stream. A new stream coming up for this next game coming up between Livingston Academy and Stone Memorial. Make sure you stick around for that. Noah McKay will have the call of that alongside Buddy Pearson. I'll be off to Livingston Academy. Hope you join me for some 7 single-A semifinal action. Pickett County and Clay County coming up at 6:30. I'll be talking to you there. That's going to do it for us now. Appreciate you tuning in, whether it was on NFHS, YouTube, or Facebook. We appreciate you. This broadcast has been presented by Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate. Livingston Academy wins it 46-38.